pissed off, who wants some? I'm fighting for my soul, God, get at your boy. You try to go, God, fall back, I go hard on this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing the bomb, I'm lonesome, pissed off, who wants some?
I see them long hard times to come.
My life is ill, son. Prepared to kill, son. A paradox of pain, baby, it's real, son. Low the traveler, ain't trying to value you, but if you're feeling tough, dog, I walk up all challenges. Ain't got no family, you see this one of me. Might lose your post standing 2 feet in front of me. I'm pissed at the world, but I ain't looking for trouble. I might crack a grin, I ain't looking to hug you. Now think about it. Nobody wants to die. There's rules to this game, son. I'm justified. I'm ready to go, partner. Hey, I'm on the run. The devil's hugging on my boots. That's why I own a gun. This journey's too long. I'm looking for some answers. So much time stressing. I forget the questions. I fear no man. You don't want no problems. Being eyes in the back of my head. You better not follow me on this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing the by my lonesome, pissed off who wants some. I'm fighting for my soul. God, get at your boy. You try to go, God, fall back. Go hard on this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing the bomb, I see them.
We have people that like to listen to the riffs and talk about them. So they're talking about the "Do not follow me." Eyes in the back of my head. You better not follow me. What do you think that means? Right, I mean, either way, I mean, whether you're trying to pull something shiesty or whether you're agreeing and you're trying to do whatever they're doing, expose whatever, or get to the top of a mountain, whatever it is. Yeah, well, you better not follow me. You might not have the same type of apparatus. So if we're both trying to get to the top of a mountain, and you might have a four-wheeler and I'm walking, so I'm probably going to want to maybe take different trails. I don't know. You might have something that can just airlift you to the top. We agree. Yeah, you both got to get something to eat. You both need something to eat. But if you go that way, you might end up getting served liver and onions, and you don't like liver and onions, so go your own way. Right, you can't blame them if you followed them and you get there and they're having liver and onions. You shouldn't have followed me. You should have followed your own taste buds, your own stomach, you know, that gut feeling. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, so you were right about a lot of things. Oh, yeah. I'm a mouthy, dangerous motherfucker. You're definitely right about a lot of things. Keep an eye on me. Oh, so why we tell them you're all justified in doing what you're doing. Some investigators and state workers and people do shit that they shouldn't. And we just call them out on that. And they don't like it. They try to justify and target people that call out the bad actors and criminals within those systems. That's how it's always been. I've been on these programs since I was 18. I'm very familiar. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, really, people are doing a great job. I think most people don't overstep those boundaries and have a lot of respect, surprisingly. So then it makes you wonder, then how is so much slipping through the cracks? It only takes a few in each district, man. It only takes a few. Few powerful and wealthy, few sick, evil fucks. That's all it takes. Come together, Right, so we try to bring the good forces together too, right? It can get confusing. Cartel investigations, who's the retard, who's the Karen, who's the non-vaxxer. I don't know, what did they put fear into you about? Do you fear the non-vaxxers? If you do, we got a class for that. Psycho. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we have a strong understanding. It took us years of research and experiences and just witnessing a lot of things to come to a full understanding of that. I don't even think it's a full understanding. Definitely, yeah, probably at least 3/4 of the way. More than half, that's for sure. The glass is definitely more than half full. But yeah, don't... Exactly, you want to be successful? Okay, well, you might not want to follow that guy, because I know you can't even fucking come close to doing a layup. So if you want to be successful, you might want to think about something else. I'm just trying to be nice. You can't even do a layup, not even close. Dude, they'll murder you. You're not even going to make the team. They're going to laugh at you and ask if you want to be a towel boy or join the cheerleading squad. Right, I know. And then we're going to have a human resources issue. Please, pick something else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hard times to come.
You probably think I'm crazy or got some loose screws, but that's alright though. I'ma do me, you do you. So how you touching me? I'm just trying to survive. And if the time comes, I ain't trying to die. I'm just trying to fly and get a little love. Find me a down piece and get a little hug. Put the car up, hit the bar up, clean the scars up. Hey yo, the stars up. Hey, this is the life of an outlaw. We ain't promised tomorrow, I'm living now, dawg. I'm walking through life, but yo, my feet hurt. All my blessings are fair. Man, I rest when I'm dead. Look into my eyes and see the real world. Take a walk with me, have a talk with me. Where we end up, God only knows. Strap your boots on tight, you might be high on this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing about my lonesome pistol for one son. I'm fighting for my soul. God, get at your boy. You try to go God, fall back, I go hard on this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing about my lonesome pistol for one son.
I see them all hard times to come.
It's fine.
On this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing it by my lonesome pistol for one son. I'm fighting for my soul. God, get at your boy. You try to go God, fall back, I go hard. On this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing it by my lonesome pistol for one son.
I see them all hard times to come.
On this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing it by my lonesome pistol for one son. I'm fighting for my soul. God, get at your boy. You try to go God, fall back, I go hard. On this lonely road, trying to make it home. Doing it by my lonesome pistol for one
I
son.
see them all hard times to come.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. I need everybody's attention. Welcome to the Church of Gangsta Grass. Let's go.
I love this thingy.
That's right. allow my fans in it. It's a seance, ghostly flow, keep the cameras lit. Swoop down like an evangelist. Toe Z, God MC. God, you like a motherfucker harder than me. I spit balls with the cerebellum with ease while your voice being the text is made from dead trees. I'm the Einstein on the rhyme lines. After y'all circle the bands, you will want mine. I get a complicated accolade, make it have to reactivate yourself and try land after. Now saturate the room with liquid flow that'll drown a whale. Any attempt to get this is bound to fail. I speak brilliant words and astounding tales. Home rappers' heads like pounding hail. Staying on point, headed down the trail. Night up the round table, that's bound to grail. Yes sir, I rap a lot, stacking up the data props. Yeah, the brother man got mastered in his catalog. Chorus and the whole Russian army ain't got it all. Help your whole game back up, you just slack it off. Super rap like my last name was Maxwell. One bite up the rhyme, smart enough to crack the jaw. Go back like Stacey Lattisaw, drop a classic jaw. Keep the good rappers up that are acting raw.
Well, that does work. That's why I usually have to do two, because of my focus.
Some people say that they will never be heard. Speak a little louder, I will never hear your word. It's okay. Yeah, they're probably not listening anyway. Yeah. When I was growing up, I was a dreamer, not a realist. They said you're dreaming, son, because you'll never be the illest. Now I'm a mix between the realist and the dreamer. I drive a piece of shit, but I'm still dreaming of a beamer. I sat here long enough, like I was in an abandoned building. Walking a tightrope in this world, trying to provide for my children. This world's in recession, bringing me to depression. So meet me at the studio for a 3-hour session to release some aggression. The microphone's a killer, music on my weapons, and I am the killer. If music for drugs, then I'd be the dealer. If I rhyme for sirloins, I'd be the killer, the driller. And savvy long enough, it's time to flash out. Put around with all this garbage, time to take the trash out. Monkey why, then I get cool up my lane. And if anybody tries to bring me down, I will get up again and keep rise. Some people say that they will never be heard. Speak a little louder, I will never hear your word. It's okay. Yeah, they're probably not listening anyway. Yeah.
power, the pressure, the pain of an icon. The only time my soul breathes easy gets when my mic's on. Being truth over beats equals the right song. Therapeutic, retributing through the veins and the
Some strawberry sauce.
structure. Pessimistic through history. Once conceived, 9 months of mystery. Proof for birth, 4 different certificates. Different dates for different bodies with same face. My eyes see through the breach, belief was a reach. My mom fled for safety, married to a leech. My confidence was shut down. Standing on the road of love and got run down. Surrounded by mannequins posing threats. 3 times in 2 weeks I was close to death. Forever playing the game of life with just these rules. Some people say that they will never be heard. Speak a little louder, or they'll never hear your word. It's okay. Yeah, they're probably not listening anyway. Yeah. Speak a little louder. 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 Speak a little louder.
Proven facts that the Democrats have allowed main care fraud to go unchecked in the state for many, many years. And oftentimes people come back and say, well, the main wire is targeting the Somali community. No, we're not targeting the Somali
if it
community.
was the Irish Catholic, if it was the Chinese, it would you're targeting corruption.
Yeah.
Corruption and fraud.
Exactly.
I see why you wanted that spot. Yeah, so right away, class is jumping in. Why would people say the main wire is targeting Somalis? Once again, when people try to point out a few of those crime lines we've been talking about, the same ones, how they target retards and immigrants. Yeah, you got a few farmers, people in healthcare, state workers, abortion clinics. Not all of them, remember, just a couple associated. So you try to expose it, they get them all going. Right? Couple sickos taking pictures from certain places. You know which one I'm talking about? Right, so then it gets associated to the organization or business and they scoff it off as conspiracy. How dare you talk about one of their photographers that way? Yeah, it's not the pictures we care about either. Yeah, they're doing some other stuff. Anyways, yeah, so when you have a few people who work for those organizations or news outlets who are involved with those things and targeting the immigrants or the retards and making child and animal pornography and taking abuse of advantage of funding, abusing the system, yes. Yeah. I know, you can say it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So who's who? Who's going to be charged with what? I know, and it always boils down to the producers who are frickin' protected. Pretty fucking packages, huh? Yeah, when you have all these goons and idiots bulldogging for them in those communities, what are you going to do? Yeah, and when a lot of them are involved with the investigations or the hazing and the tating, innocent stuff, yeah, pranks, testing their balance, now they have Havana syndrome, whatever it is. There's so many different things when it comes in to play with those people. Right. So why were people saying the main wire is targeting the Somali community? Right, because then when people try to point out just a couple of the ones doing it, they're the ones that start telling, oh, people are saying this and that, and they have fake accounts. Look at what they're saying. It's usually them doing it. And going, look at what they're saying. I know, and originally it was like, yeah, no, people weren't saying the main wire at all. There was a couple people they were pointing out, just like with the farms and the abortion clinics. And, right, photographers from the Oprah show, another great example.
Exactly. Now, so you've had the privilege, both you and Steve. You guys, especially a few months ago, what was it? It was the Operation Catch of the Day, right? So that was the Department of Homeland Security and specifically the Department of ICE that were coming here in the state of Maine in January of this year.
The secret information he claims to have, I'm going to make public. So now it's not secret. So I have the receipts. He has not yet displayed these. I will. Because I'll show you how what he's telling you in this clip, that there's some investigation at the Butler that's been shut down. I'm going to bring the receipts to show you all this is fake. If you choose to listen to this Nepo baby imbecile after this, that's on you. But this is going to be a 100% proof positive case that this guy is lying to you yet again because he likes it, because he's a person of the lie. Check this out.
I know that about Butler. I know that Trump shut down the investigation into Butler. That is a fact. Dan Bongino told me that when he worked at the FBI. And Dan Bongino himself was terrified when I spoke to him in December. It's such a long, boring story, but basically I came into possession, I beg your pardon, accidentally came into possession of a lot of the social media posts that we were told didn't exist that were posted by Thomas Crooks in the months and years before the shooting. And I was amazed that the FBI had lied about this, so I called Kash Patel and I later called Dan Bongino and I said, what is this? I'm not attacking you, it was the previous FBI administration that did this, it was Chris Wray, but what is this? And Dan Bongino became hysterical with me on the phone. I've known Dan a long time, for many years, and always got along with him. Whatever his faults, nice guy, certainly very nice to me. I never had a problem with Dan, ever. And that problem began when I brought this information to his attention, and he became a different person. He was clearly terrified. I didn't get it at first, but he was hysterical. And ultimately, after a long series of text exchanges, which I still have, and phone conversations, he said, look, take it up with Trump. He's the one who shut down the investigation. And that was, I think, the first or second week of December. I think it was the beginning of the second week of December. I have to reach it out. But that was the moment I realized, oh, wow, there's no good explanation for shutting down an investigation into your own attempted murder. Like, this is not what we've been told it was.
Okay. So let's try to be rational. Number one, guys, you've known me a long time. I was terrified of Tucker. I am terrified of tarantulas. I got a thing, maybe a little bit of arachnophobia. Folks, let me say to you just crystal clear, this is not a pretend tough guy act. I'm a 51-year-old man with decaying joints. I don't plan on fighting anyone in the UFC. There's no, violence is never the answer to anything. I'm not interested in any of that. But I'm going to tell you straight, if you think I was terrified of fucker Tolson, then I'm really sorry. You need to take yourselves a Xanax and go find a doctor right away. That's, of all the things, that's the most hilarious. However, accusing me and the president of a federal crime, obstructing justice, bizarrely, the president involved in covering up the investigation into his own attempted murder, is seriously one of the most delusional things I've ever seen. And the reason I'm really starting to believe, and I mean this sincerely, that Tucker's just dumb. I don't have any, he doesn't realize, I have these texts too. I never do this, but if you're going to refer to texts alleging we committed a crime, I'm going to put it out there. But first, let's address his 2 points. He says that the president shut down the Butler investigation. Totally, completely, 100% made up. But we did a full interview with Brooke Singman from Fox, which, to all the people who, by the way, think Tucker's for real, if you think I'm doctoring any of this, please go look this article up yourself. Don't trust me, trust the evidence. Here it was, November 21st,
yes,
even before Tucker says he spoke to me in December.
Life's always right.
FBI concludes Trump shooter Crooks acted alone after unprecedented global investigation.
So that works out for you.
Now, he says the investigation was shut down. Yet here it is on the record in November. Again, the Tucker fans will apologize for him until the end of time because they just can't give up the Kool-Aid. Let me read this to you, in case you're a Tucker fan who can't read. The case, that's the Crooks case he says was shut down, currently sits in a pending, inactive status. Wait, keep this up. Andy, does that say the case is closed? Andy shaking his head. Jasmine, does that say that? It does not, no. It says the opposite. This is before Tucker claims he talked to me. But the official, this is one of the investigators, called the investigation one of the largest mobilizations of FBI resources in history that continued to this day. But keep this up, guys. Tucker just made a claim that he has text that I told him President Trump shut down the investigation. So we lied to Brooks Singman in November? If we get a credible lead, the FBI official said, "Well, continue to investigate." I thought it was closed. The director has been very clear, that's Kash Patel, about leaving no stone left unturned, and that is what we are committed to. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's information, but it's evidence. It's not information pollution. That is actual evidence right there that everything he's telling you is just made up. But you may say, well, Dan, he claims he has texts of you saying other. Well, we'll get to that too. But it's kind of weird how I would say something, because I have dignity and I don't lie to people, that I would say something in a text that I wouldn't say publicly on the record. Someone would just put the text out, right? Don't worry, I'll get to that. Again, he also said I was terrified, which is so laughable. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Martin County to sell you real cheap, maybe $1. So, you want to see the text? I'll show you the text. Here's my exchange with him when he brought up the fact that the prior deputy director had said that there was no online footprint, which was a mistake. He said that was the prior leadership. I responded to Tucker, I'm obviously leaving his number out of it, but this is his number, and if I don't want to get involved with media people, but if one designated person I trust in the media wants to see him to verify, I can do that too. I said none of this equates to no online footprint for Crooks, none of it. I'm not defending anything. But the facts, we briefed the president on the case in the Oval. I was there. He was satisfied that his questions were answered. President Trump has stated this publicly. I will address the public's interest in more information with principals, Kash and them, but I'm not the final decision maker. I was the deputy. But none of this is going to change the facts in the case. And he accused me of reflexively defending the FBI, and I responded, and the reflexively defend the FBI argument's absurd. No one's done more to reform the FBI, address corruption, and make drastic personnel changes and change the culture. No one, which is true. Now, you may say, let's see more receipts. I claimed in this text that he's claiming, just to be clear, do you guys see anything in this text? Anything at all in the audience? Tucker fans or anyone else? Do you see anything in this text he claims to have that says the president shut down the investigation? He's just making this up. Now I say the president, who we briefed on the matter, was completely satisfied with it, which he told us. He not only told us, he told the Daily Caller the exact same thing. I thought he shut down the investigation that we told Fox News was not shut down. Quote, Daily Caller. Trump says he's, quote, very satisfied with the official narrative on Butler assassination. June 2026. Look this up yourself. Hey, Justin, who founded the Daily Caller? Because you may say, well, this is just biased, Dan. This is a pro-FBI. Oh my gosh, Tucker Carlson and Neil Patel. There's ChatGPT. Here's another text where he claims the opposite. Again, he has secret info. He claims somehow that the president told him otherwise. Weird, like he never said that to anyone else but Tucker. It seems like Tucker always has this secret info no one else has. Here's his response. What are the facts? I still don't even know. You could have read them in the Brooks Singman November interview, but you chose not to because you like to be stupid. He acted completely alone. Just read the report. No help from anyone. That's the claim. It's hard to believe, but the FBI could do a lot to prove it. You mean like giving a full-length hour interview to Fox News about it? They won't, which we already did. Why? I sincerely don't understand. This is him playing stupid again. He never understands anything. Ask Milquart TV. I asked Kash and Rick on background to explain, but they refused. I'm totally confused, but clearly this is not good. And by the way, in point of fact, Trump does not believe the official story at all. He's told me that to my face. Here's the secret information he claims to have. Again, never produces any shred of evidence. I just produced to you evidence of the exact opposite. It's in his own outlet. But yet he got secret information. Sounds like it's bullshit, doesn't it? Here's the other text, where I actually go on to further make the case. Next. To him. He said, I hope you had the chance, Tucker said, to see the piece on crooks. We received some information and are planning a detailed follow-up. Is there someone I can talk to at the FBI before we do? Thanks. I said, I saw it, and that you seem to believe that Cash and I, who are longtime personal friends with the president, are involved in some sinister cover-up is absurd. I thought he said we were covering it up. Yet in my text, leave this up, guys, I'm saying the exact opposite, Justin, am I not? It's almost like he's bullshitting you again. Is the president in on it too, I asked? He's one of the victims. He's told us repeatedly, as he said publicly, he's satisfied with the effort Cash and I put in. The president's a victim in a federal crime, and when he's ready for us to release more information about this crime, then he'll tell us. I suggest you give him a ring and tell him you want more. Let me know what he says. He's a member of the media. People call him all the time. Which we went on to give more to Fox News and gave him a whole interview. Here's the next one. This is the whole exchange. And he claims it's not personal, which it's always personal with Tucker. He's just envious of everyone else because he's a person of the lot. I said it is personal. Stop playing games and be honest. You're suggesting that the FBI, Cash and I currently lead, is deliberately misleading people. I watched the video talking about his. It's ridiculous. We exhausted every lead in this case and our conclusions stand. Because the evidence backs it up. What possible motive would I have to cover up the evidence? Money? That's hilarious. Fame? Clicks? Make it make sense to me. I stated in the last text on the disclosures that the president's a victim here too. He was shot in the head. When he wants the public to see more information, he'll let us know. We meet with him weekly. He's happy with our work on this. Call him if you disagree. He will hear you out. I'm telling him again. Go call him. Go call him. You know him. Now, proving to you again with even more receipts that the president and the administration were content with the investigation and it's pending, still open, but inactive because we haven't had leads that panned out anywhere. Here's the president of Fox News piece and the White House confirming yet again the exact opposite story Tucker's telling you, that there's some organized cover-up. He's just making it up, folks. As for Trump, Fox News, November 21st, Brooks Singman. As for Trump, he told Fox News' Brian Kilmeade that he has, quote, confidence in Cash, a lot of confidence, and the DOJ. They're giving me reports, and the reports are seeming to balance out, so I have confidence in these people. I wasn't confident with Chris Wray, but this group, it's a different group, Trump said. It's Cash as opposed to Wray, and I have confidence in Cash. Tucker just said there's a big sinister cover-up, and Trump was in on it. Baumhart, 73, this is exactly why he got fired. Folks, if this isn't receipts, I don't know what is. His own outlet is reporting. Oh, by the way, there's the picture. You need evidence? There's the picture of us in the White House briefing the president. On the case, he says there's a big cover-up and no one wanted to talk about it. Here's the text I sent him with the picture, which he had. I don't recall him in the White House getting a briefing, but he seems to know more. He has secret info. Here we are, briefing him, the president, with the facts, and him telling us he was satisfied. If you come up with a co-conspirator that the FBI missed, now I'm asking him for information, which he never produced, by the way, then please pass it on to me or someone else with access, and we'll immediately action it. I know, so he doesn't think I'm kidding. I'm serious. The investigation has not revealed that. I'll follow up with him as well, see what else he needs clarification on, the president. Because if what Tucker was telling me was true, that the president needed clarification, which we hadn't heard from anyone, the president, the White House, or anything, then it was weird that they never told us. Matter of fact, when we followed up and asked again, they said, no, we're good. But Tucker has secret information. He's yet to produce. He's yet to produce. Claimed he had texts saying otherwise. Have you guys seen any information in the text he claims to have that I just presented that indicates, and tell me, Tucker fans, please, I'm begging you, have you seen a single shred of evidence in that text that I told him the president demanded we shut down the investigation? If this doesn't end this guy's credibility, you're wasting your time. You're just being like, this guy's no different than Rachel Maddow. We're going to produce evidence tomorrow. Trump cheated on his taxes. We're going to produce evidence tomorrow of the Russia hoax. And you notice it never comes? He just made the whole story up. Now I see, media hype covering it. Tucker says the president is basically obstructing justice. He's accusing the president of a crime. I had a bunch of people like, oh, you should sue him and all. Folks, it doesn't matter with this guy. He doesn't care about the truth. It's a shame that we were friends and he took it and he shit it down a toilet bowl because he's a person of the lie who has the impulse control of a child. I'm sure he's going to cackle at all this with that stupid laugh. I don't know. Whatever that means. That's his favorite. Check out the Milk Bar TV thing. Whatever that means. He always claims stupid. Whatever that means. I played a 3-minute clip. Go to Milk Bar TV and go look at the 3-minute clip of him lying about what he said. And then tell me now how this guy has a shred of credibility. His own outlet is calling him out. Folks, I got a lot more to talk about because I can't tell you how much I hate this. There is nothing, believe me, I totally empathize with everyone out there who's working in a coal mine, is a local 3 electrician in New York, who's like, the last thing I want to hear is about podcast bros. You are correct. I feel you, brother. But I'm really sorry on a Friday, if you're going to accuse me in a mass media outlet of a federal crime and claim you have evidence and accuse the president too, and you better back it the fuck up. I want to end with this, because this is who Tucker Carlson really is. KGB agent Yuri Bezmenov did a series of interviews in the United States about how foreign enemies of the United States and the old Soviet Union understood they can never beat us militarily. So they always understood they could use chaos agents on the inside, overload people with information, but never present evidence, and so nobody believes anything anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what Tucker Carlson is doing. I have secret info. Here's a bunch of information that never points to any evidence. Tune in tomorrow for my special. Listen to this Yuri Bezmenov clip and you'll see exactly what he's doing. Check this out.
Or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process which goes very slow, and it's divided in 4 basic stages. The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students in the country of your enemy, exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism.
Sound familiar? I really hate to do this. I dealt with a lot of the FBI. It was the proudest year of my life. Told them I'd give me a year, gave me a year, went in there, did the best job I could, I changed nothing. There are a lot of disagreements, a lot of reporting about this now, about disagreements and private conversations. Disagreements happen at that level all the time. You're dealing with the nation's problem. You're dealing with the nation's problem and the most severe problems. And you don't just get to ice one out. You have to be master of all trades, jack of none. He didn't volunteer to step up and do it. He just likes to sit on the outside and lie about it. Now he'll move on to the next scandal. Alright, I've got other things in the news because there is a real enemy out there, and that's the collectivist socialist left, the Antifa, BLM, SPLC left that's been organized for years against us. In a video I saw I thought it was a joke. I really did. I thought it was an AI joke, but it's real. it's by someone from that left who wants to make sure they collapse the economy in the United States. Don't laugh at the video, though, right? This thing is real. He actually did this thing. Quick break, and we'll get to that. Hey, quick question. How much control do you actually have over your money right now? Technology's changed everything and how it's changing how money works. You've seen it. Crypto started as a niche, but it's gone mainstream. Faster payments, more control, fewer middlemen. It's not hype. It's just where things are going. And getting started today is easier than you think. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, hold dollar-backed stablecoins, even own digital gold backed by real gold, all in one place. It's really easy to use. The setup is simple. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account and be up and running in just minutes. It's not about the amount. It's about getting in early and understanding what's coming next. And once you're set up, you can even tip your favorite Rumble creators. So do this now. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description of the show. Just go to the App Store and download Rumble Wallet. It's that easy. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. Go to the App Store, download Rumble Wallet today, and take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today. Rumble Wallet's a technology provider only, not a custodial service. See terms at wallet.rumble.com. Thank you, Rumble Wallet. I use it. It's great. Today's show also brought to you by Ammo Squared. We're really happy to have, we're big supporters of the Second Amendment, Ammo Squared. Visit ammosquared.com today. Do you remember the great ammo shortage of 2020? I do. Store shelves were empty, online inventory disappeared overnight, and if you waited until you need ammo, it was already too late. The lesson was simple. Be prepared now. Don't wait. As a crisis happens, you're looking at empty shelves. That's why more than 190,000 Americans have turned to Ammo Squared. Since 2015, Ammo Squared has helped gun owners steadily build their ammunition reserves without the hassle of chasing deals, watching inventory, worrying about empty shelves, or making large purchases all at once. Here's how it works. You choose your calibers, set a budget that works for you. Ammo Squared automatically buys and stores your ammo over time. Your stockpile grows month after month and ships whenever you're ready. This is a fantastic service. Highly recommend. No minimum orders, no storage fees, no need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars up front. You know I love preparedness, whether you're a shooter, hunter, competitor, or simply someone who believes in being prepared. Ammo Squared makes it easy to stay ahead of the next shortage. Visit ammosquared.com today and start building your ammo reserve the smart way. Join over 190,000 members and thousands of 5-star reviewers who are taking responsibility for their own preparedness. That's ammosquared.com, ammosquared.com, ammosquared.com. Must be 18 or older and not prohibited from possessing ammo. Must be 21 for handgun ammunition. Thank you, Ammo Squared. Good to have you on board. We appreciate it. Check them out. So just first, before we get to that video, President Trump last night at True Social announced who he wants as permanent pick for the Office of Director of National Intelligence to be. I didn't want you to miss this. It was Jay Clayton. Jay Clayton knows his stuff. Jay Clayton's a very successful lawyer. He works up in SDNY, Southern District of New York. Very competent guy. Support the pick. The DNI needs massive reform. As I said yesterday, I just hope they give Bill Pulte a shot in the acting spot. I think he'd be a good change agent with an outside perspective. But, you know, people freaked out before he even did anything. But I think Jay Clayton's going to be a good pick that's going to get some decent support. So we'll see what happens with that. So I wanted to update you on that. So he's doing it again. Ooh, no, not Doug. Do you know this guy, Robert Reich? Of all the people on the left, I don't know the guy personally, so this is definitely not personal, but he's just one of the most talented and skilled liars you're ever going to see. He has been a die-hard progressive liberal his whole life, and he puts out these videos that have become increasingly ridiculous, where he says things that kind of like the Tucker model, although I think his motives are different. This guy just wants like communism or socialism in the United States, are so ridiculous on their face that anyone can go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, or anything else and just refute the nonsense immediately. And he does it because he wants to control the means of production in the United States. Here's the video. This is actually real, of Robert Reich claiming somehow, he makes two claims here, that again, the rich don't pay their fair share, and that basically Social Security's going broke because we don't have enough tax money. I thought, okay, it's pretty easy to check out the data on that. Watch this video first. Don't laugh. Check this out.
There's the real reason Social Security is in danger that nobody's talking about. It's not just because too many boomers like me are retiring. It's because of inequality. Now, I don't want to alarm you. Social Security is still helping us oldies enjoy our golden years, mostly on the pickleball court, but only for so long. Social Security is one of the most popular and successful government programs ever created, not only helping retirees, but it's also keeping 26 million people out of poverty. Yet here's the problem. It's going to run out of money before you can ever receive
multi-$1,000 repair bill. Everything's expensive on cars now. You know, hearing a door this place, but this is going to be really difficult for blue states in the future to continue to say, hey, look at this utopia as the U-Haul business explodes in their state.
Well, you know what's crazy, Dan, is people are walking away from bad government policy, and then they go vote for it where they move. You think, come on, you have to be smarter than this. I mean, lower taxes, less regulation, more freedom, better schools, better law enforcement, job opportunities. That's what you should be voting for.
You were a governor down here in Florida. I want to just discuss the SAVE Act from the inside in the U.S. Senate. We're talking to Senator Rick Scott from the great state of Florida, my home state. I've never seen an issue my audience is so passionate about, ever. I mean, I've been at this a long time, well over a decade. I get a ton of emails. I've never seen a tidal wave of emails about anything like the Save America Act. Because if we can't trust the integrity of our elections, Senator, then the fidelity to the Constitution just falls apart. It's just a piece of paper then. Like, it doesn't matter. Our system of government relies on faith in the system, and people don't have it anymore. We have mail-in ballots in Florida, but the system down here is run really efficiently, and fraud is kept to a minimum. You can do it. You can run the system. You have people who can't get out of their home. You have the military folks. You can run it like we have, where we cleaned up after the 2000 election. These other states just don't want to do it. So where do we stand on the SAVE Act? And your take, too, on these blue states. There's got to be a reason they don't want to do it. That's because they enjoy the chaos. I can't imagine any other reason.
Well, just look at LA. Look at Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt out there, he was in second place. He would have been in the runoff. In the runoff, he should have won because Bass only got like 37% of the vote, and so that means most people were against her. So but after the fact, they found all these mail-in ballots, and then what's come out is that all these people on Skid Row were paid $2 to $5 a vote, and they said, oh, we have people down here every day just getting our votes, just paying, signing names, stuff like that, getting our votes. That is called fraud, and it doesn't just about California, because it impacts you, because right now maybe we wouldn't have to have Democratic senators in California if we had real elections. And so where there's fraud, it impacts all of us. So Save America Act, it's like you said, everybody wants it. Republicans want it, Democrats, independents want it. So the trick is we got to just take the time, put it on the floor, and talk about it. Either we got to do one of two things. We got to put it on the floor, and we're going to talk until we pass it, okay? Or we're going to get rid of the filibuster, which says we can pass things with 50 votes plus J.D. Vance. We got to do one of those two things. So here's the only way it's going to happen is all over your audience calls every Republican and every Democrat senator and says, you've got to pass it. It's more important than anything else we're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. And, I brought up with Congressman Jim Jordan yesterday. He was a guest on the show. That the puzzling part about this, fantastic. He's been a friend to the show for a long time. When you referenced the Spencer Pratt Los Angeles mayor race, this is now going to be a runoff between a straight-up communist and kind of like communist in name only, but still a really horrible progressive liberal who's ruined the city, who was in Africa, by the way, when the city was burning. I mean, it's just a fact. Senator, this doesn't help them either. I mean, if you finish second and you lose the mayor's race and now the runoff election, you're going to be thinking to yourself, how many homeless people on Skid Row didn't vote for you? And you're the Democrat. Like, this is what I don't get. In these blue cities, this doesn't even help you.
No, and it makes everybody say, why am I voting? Why am I wasting my time? Right? Because if it's all going to be fraud, why am I wasting my time? There's plenty of Republicans out in California, but do they really have a vote when you have all this fraud? And then it dilutes our vote in Florida because now we have Democrat congressmen and women and Democrat senators, and maybe we wouldn't if we had a real election. So
by the way,
it really makes you mad.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. This is one of the reasons we have to fight like the Dickens against this national voter compact thing with this. Can you imagine waiting on a presidential election for the California votes to come in? If it was a national popular, can you imagine? Florida's done. Florida election night, 30 seconds after the polls are closed, numbers start coming in, it's done. Florida's clean, right? And then for a month, you don't know who the president is? God, California still count votes on Skid Row. That is a big no-no.
They're going to get what they need. And they find out, how many votes do we need? Okay, that's how much time we're going to put down Skid Row. That's what it looks like. I mean, that's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, total chaos. I want to address a topic obviously really hot in our free market economy because it's got kind of like nuclear power in the Manhattan Project. It obviously has civilian applications for energy, but has very serious, as we know, obviously, national security implications when it comes to explosives and weapons development as well. I think, given my experience at AI, is similar, not exact, but similar to that. It has incredible potential. Gene editing, technology, cancer, healthcare, productivity, supply chain management, you're a businessman, tremendous potential. We all know that. But there also is a potential danger from it. What's going on up in the Senate with the threat assessment and how we're going to weave government into this in a way that doesn't suffocate the technology, but also doesn't allow it to infiltrate our country in a pernicious way?
Well, domestically, people are worried about their jobs. Domestically, they're also worried about how AI is going to impact their kids, if it's going to kill their kids. Internationally, we've got to make sure is what are our enemies doing? What are the terrorists doing? What's Russia doing? What's Communist China doing? What's Iran doing? And we've got to stay ahead of it. We can't sit here and say, we just don't want to do it because we're not sure. Our enemies are going to do it. So I have a bill. What we need to do is on an annual basis, we need to have a thorough risk assessment. So we're staying ahead of the game, and everybody knows what we should do. We just this week we just passed the National Defense Authorization Act through committee, and AI is one of the things we talked about quite a bit. What do we do to make sure we stay ahead and don't get behind?
Yeah, my big concern is that we do fall behind and they use it to find holes in our industrial control systems, water supply, or nuclear plants. And then, you see a mushroom cloud somewhere and it becomes, well, what happened? Well, the answer is we fell behind and we can't. I mean, it's a very complicated topic, but I'm glad that there's some serious people talking about it. Let me address another serious topic that has a similar kind of upside, downside, but very serious, which is FISA. It is now lapsed, which is, I don't know if telecoms are going to be willing to produce the data, and if they don't, it's lost forever. On FISA, when I was at the FBI with Cash, we made some really, really serious reforms. We put in some guardrails that were not mandated. We did it because nobody cares more about civil liberties than me. Maybe as much, but I promise not more. I know you feel the same way. However, in this interconnected world where terrorists can just go and use Signal and other encrypted apps, there has to be some ability, especially for non-U.S. citizens overseas, non-U.S. citizens, to be able to at least fight, with this, we don't have to put on 20-ounce gloves and they have bare knuckles. Like, we can't work like that. What's going on with FISA now?
So I think it's really pretty simple. We want to be able to surveil foreigners, but we don't want to surveil Americans. I've been surveilled. After January 6th, I was surveilled. Biden released my tax returns. Booz Allen did it. They've never been held accountable. And then when I built my hospital company, I went against Hillary Care, so the Clinton administration went after targeted my company. So it's happened to me. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. So here's what we have to do. Sit down. That's what I get so frustrated in D.C. Everybody that has a view, let's all get into one room and take how many days it takes. But let's come up with a solution. We want to surveil foreigners, but we do not want to be surveilled here in our country. There's a solution here. We ought to get to it.
Yeah, it's important. Most of the president's daily brief, the intelligence, President Trump, and Hipsy and Sissy that you all use to make critical national security decisions is developed from that material. So the civil liberties component has to come first. You trade liberty for security, you're going to have neither, as the famous adage goes. But we do have to take it serious. Senator Rick Scott, I really appreciate all the work you've been doing, not just in the Senate on the national level, you vote on national issues, but your governorship laid the groundwork for I came down here when Florida, I think you remember this well, just one last thought on this, because you went through it. If you won an election in Florida by .0001% of the voters are Republican. It was a landslide. Now, after your governorship, after 2 terms, now we have, I don't want to take anything for granted, of course, but we have this nice buffer. So you lived through that. I think it's because you implemented a pro-business, pro-freedom, pro-Second Amendment agenda, and now you're seeing the results of that. So nice work on that.
Thanks, Dan. Congratulations on all your success, and thanks for your hard work at the FBI.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Senator Rick Scott from the great state of Florida. All I ask, folks, I can't tell you what it's all. I am a civil libertarian. Vote wherever you want. I'm just asking you kind of as a friend, please don't come to Florida if you're going to vote like you live in New York, where I live. There's a reason people escape from New York. It's not because it's doing so great, okay? I told you, I was just up there. The vibe is totally different. It was a working class town when I grew up there. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, sorry we had to cover this stuff in the beginning of the show. I really don't like to waste your time, but you're not going to accuse me of this kind of stuff and the president claim you have evidence, and then when I take the actual evidence and show it to the audience, well, I think you know who the liar is now. All you got to do is use reason. Facts will guide the way. Compass true north matters. Remember, don't let the Yuri Bezmenov prediction, don't let it come true. Got Haley coming up at noon, rumble.com/Haley, Vince Ace, the king of morning podcasting, every day at 8 a.m. Eastern, rumble.com/Vince. Be sure to download the Rumble app. It's free. If you want to watch on the web or your smart TV, it's free there too. The Rumble app, rumble.com/Bongino. Just click that follow button. And if you like our shirt, it's there for you. Store.bongino.com. Got a couple more coming out soon. 250 years of freedom, liberty, and kicking ass. That's what we do best. I'll see you back here. Important on Tuesday. No show on Monday. Everything's good. Back on Tuesday. See you then.
Hey there, I'm Vince.
I'm Haley Caradia,
Host of Vince.
host of Scrolling with Haley.
You can always catch my show right here
on the Bongino Report.
live, 8 a.m. Eastern, weekday mornings.
Weekdays at...
Laying on the floor, is he okay?
I don't know.
Okay. Do not move. Do not move. Nine, will you stay outside with the other one? Tell Bro, go ahead and start me EMS. I have one male on the ground. Chris, are you okay? Okay. I've got ambulance that's gonna come and check you out anyways, okay? That's too bad. They're already coming, okay? No. So what happened, Chris?
Hey, Chris. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, hon.
Okay. Don't what?
No, we're in charge of this.
Okay. What's going on, Chris? What happened? You what?
Just going to sleep. Hey.
Going to sleep? Okay, well that's not why I'm here. So you want to tell me what happened? That way I can figure it out? If you're on the floor and you're hurt, I gotta know about it. Did you get punched?
No.
Okay. Well, I get called here for a fight, so I need to know what's happened. So I've got another officer that's talking to the other guy, so if he knows what's happened, he can give me his side of the story of it, because I don't know what other guy's going to tell me.
Somebody said that you got punched.
No, I got called here for a fight. An active physical fight. So if Chris wants to tell me what's happened.
You gotta get out. Hey, you gotta get out.
Okay, so watch out, 911.
Hey, you're gonna have to fucking give her the story. Nope.
So what happened?
We had an altercation with the
Sorry.
drunk individual.
Okay. Were you guys just yelling? Were you pushing each other?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yes.
Okay.
No, hey.
Where's he at?
Hey, no.
He's outside.
No, I don't.
Okay, let me talk with Chris and I'll talk with you in just a second. So Chris.
Oh my God.
Okay. Did you get hit? You got a little mark on your face. Okay. Did you get punched in the face? Okay.
Chris.
Did both of you guys throw punches or just one of you? Both did. Okay. Are you okay? Does your head feel okay? You've got a pretty big blister in your eye there. I'm a little concerned about it. You got some. Okay. You know what started it?
Everything's fine.
involved, Alex? I got swung on really hard.
What are you talking about? I'm just asking you a question, bud. That's a true. I don't play that game. I ain't playing no game with you, buddy. I'm just speaking facts.
I got same privileges.
Man, you got more fucking privileges than us black people, man. You know what the fuck going on. Shit, y'all got more motherfucking privilege than us. Y'all see what the fuck y'all did to us? Put us in fucking slavery and all that shit. You know what the fuck you did.
Hey, bro. Weren't you on motherfucking jury selection? Weren't you on jury selection?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, the hell you was.
Never been on jury selection.
What?
You fat fucking black bitch.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
He was
on jury selection.
He's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
I ain't worried about that.
Fuck you.
You gonna die.
Quit, dude.
You on jury? Why you on jury?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
You on jury selection?
Wasn't.
You was on jury selection. My life don't matter. I'm saying that. Y'all want to play these games? Y'all want to play these crackhead games? So I'm gonna play them. Fuck white lies. How about that? How about that? I hate all white people. I like pussy.
This is just looking like a meltdown of stupid people. It's looking like BLM times. It's really simple. I literally just got off the phone with my mother, who's a lawyer. She said, this is a bad case. Like, you can't bring a knife to school and use it. And she was like, they asked him to leave. You're the aggressor. It's like, it's almost like parents who understand how sporting events work, that you don't go in another team's area and then forcibly stay, understand that you are in the wrong 100%. So whatever comes out of that behavior is on you. You can't claim self-defense. You can't claim any of that. Like, this is it's simple stuff, but it seems these Neanderthals, these devolved people with their devolved brains, don't seem to comprehend that. This is really a simple thing. It's really super duper simple. Everyone who looks at it, logically knows Carmelo was guilty. But now, I'm honestly outraged with the outrage. The way people are reacting to this is revealing a lot, and this is bad. I mean, people are not gonna forget this. How these people are acting. Someone died. Y'all are this upset. How are y'all the victims in this when someone died?
Find a great rental car deal with Kayak. And find the confidence to do important things on your phone. Even if you still wear skinny jeans.
Harris Farmers Union helps you nurture the natural world. We have all the best-known pet foods for your dog and cat, including Entrust, Acana, Iams, Fromm, Taste of the Wild, and Blue Buffalo.
To know that I am 6 foot even. My phone is at my head. And the guy in the back is his brother. Carmelo Anthony was 5 feet 9, 5 feet 8, something like that. So you had 2 of those people standing over him. You said 9 o'clock. You said 9 o'clock. Everybody is press. You have freedom of press. It's the First Amendment. This is brother right here. Let him leave. Let him leave. This is harassment.
This is so sick, bro.
This is pathetic.
But you know what?
I'm not surprised. Because hearing
a little bit.
We see it in the music. I'm very surprised.
We see this in the music.
But why
We
are
see
they-
kids do this to other kids,
But
and
why-
nobody's mad about it.
Why are these freaking idiots still claiming bullying when Carmelo was in the wrong? Like, do y'all
Look what
read
you're doing,
anything?
though. You're talking about someone bullying, and look what you're doing right here to a family who just lost their son.
What's going on here is they're so angry that their lives are lesser than and inadequate. They want to blame the fact that people are white and they're black with less than and inadequacies on the fact that they have less on the fact that they're black and you're white. You have more than me because you're white. I have less than you because I'm black. It's not because I'm inadequate, because I don't work as hard.
I sure learned something from this. I learned to tell my sons, if a white boy, do not argue with no white boys. Cause baby, ain't no law protecting you if something goes down with them. That's what I learned from this case. I'ma tell my sons, you argue with a white boy, walk the fuck away. Cause the law don't protect you when it comes to dealing with
Podcaster Larry Reed calls for a mass exodus of black Americans to Africa in response to the Carmelo Anthony verdict.
And I want you to begin to think about this America and the white people problem that we have. I'm going to make a statement. We know that Martin Luther King, the beginning of his work was all about integration. We do know that later on that did change. Integration has had great benefits. I think now, unless you must stay in America, unless you are supposed to be in the USA. Otherwise, if you're black, integration has had great benefits. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this as a collective, let's drain this place of its benefits and make our mass exodus and go home and build.
You first. This guy's a fucking moron.
Okay, buddy.
Let's go to Africa. Yeah, I'm not going to Africa. He said if you're supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be here. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all take y'all sad asses on somewhere. Y'all mad cause some dumb idiot stabbed somebody and is going to jail. Oh no. Oh no. Like what? He's not a victim. You stabbed somebody.
They're really trying to play. They play the victim so much, and in every situation, they always do say, like, one of the biggest problems with men is a lack of accountability. Did you know that was one of the first sins Adam did? When he ate the apple, he told God, but it was that woman you gave me, she made me do it. He didn't, he wasn't accountable. Men, you're supposed to be accountable. That's like one of the biggest things you do. If you mess up, you gotta be accountable.
Okay, guys, y'all missed that opportunity of a lifetime last time we did this event. This is just June alone, and I've learned everything I know from this free event.
I had a $10,000 win on QQQ, and I owe it all to the skills that I learned in this free event.
You aren't recording anything right now, are you?
Why?
No, because I was just about to say something. You're not recording or anything.
I do have, this is recording.
Oh. Okay.
But it's okay. It's like an hour and 8 minutes long. So nobody really listens to it.
Never mind that. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll stop it.
Okay.